Hello everyone, my name is Sumit and a very happy new year to all of you. And this new year, I'm going to start a new series for beginners to improve their tactics, their position understanding, and to overall improve their game. And today we are going to discuss about the basic tactic idea called the pin. The pin occurs in almost all the games, irrespective of the level of play. It can occur in the Grandmaster game or in an advanced player's game or in the beginner's game. And it is a very important tactical motive that you should all learn. So without further ado, let's get started. And I'm a digital chess coach. And if you like my video, please do like, share, and subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you get notified of my future videos which might be useful for you. So this is a position, and the pinning idea in this position is very simple, and it is bishop to d4, which you all might have guessed, and black will lose the knight. And this is called a relative pin. When you're one of your pieces, either bishop, rook, queen, it's put behind a piece, a higher value piece or a normal piece, against a higher value piece, in this case the king. It is called a pin. So when a piece is pinned against the king, it is called the absolute pin. And if it is pinned against a higher value piece, say for example queen or rook, it is called a relative pin. So here the tactic is very simple. You can just take the knight and the game. And in this example, it's very simple. Black is an exchange out, but then white has got a simple pin tactic: bishop to a3, pinning the rook against the king, and the next move you take the rook with the bishop and you win the material in the game. And in this example, this is an example of a relative pin. Okay, so here you can pause the video and try to find the solution. So the pinning idea is bishop to c3. Bishop goes to c3 and pin the rook against the queen, and this is called the relative pin. So in the next move, you can take the rook and material. So in this example, it's a very simple example. The knight is pinned against the king. The knight is pinned against the king by the rook. And now think how you can win material. If you want, you can pause the video and try to find a solution. So the simple idea is to play f4, and by moving this pawn to f4, the knight cannot move because of the pin, and in the next move you can capture the knight. Pawn to f4, and you can capture the knight and the game. And in this example, it's very simple. The king is pinned. This is an absolute pin. The king is pinned against the pawn is pinned against the king by the queen. Now there's a bishop which is exerting pressure to the f6 square and also to the g7 square, and the knight is on the way. So you can just capture the knight with the bishop, and black cannot recapture because the pawn is pinned, and you win the game. So in this example, this is a little bit complicated example. There are two rooks which are on the e file attacking this knight, and you have to start counting the number of pieces. That is the basics of the calculation. So this knight is actually attacked by 2 pieces and defended by 2 pieces, but it is pinned. The knight cannot move because of this pin. So probably what is the best solution? You can pause the video and try to find a solution. So knight takes g5. So if you're playing knight takes g5, it is correct. Why? Because the rook cannot take the knight, then the rook will capture back, and knight cannot capture. This is a simple calculation that you have to make. This is the skill that you have to develop. You take the knight. What will happen? Either it can be taken by the knight or the rook. If rook takes, then we can take back with the rook, and because of this pin, the knight cannot capture. If the knight captures, this rook will fall. Same thing will happen if knight captures on g5. So the best move in this position to win material is to play knight takes g5, and you win a pawn. So the next example is a little complicated. If you can see in this figure, this pawn is pinned by the bishop against the king, and there's a lot of pressure by these two bishops against the black king. There's a lot of pressure by these two bishops against the black king, and the black king is kind of little vulnerable, although the material is kind of equal. So whenever you want to solve a tactical problem, try to first count the number of material on the chessboard. So white has got two bishops, black has got two bishops. White has got two rooks, black has got two rooks, white has got a knight. So white is basically material down. He is a knight down actually in this position. He's a piece down, but doesn't matter because black king is actually vulnerable, and because of this pin, white can break through. So you can pause the video and try to find this. So if you have found queen takes g6, it's excellent because black cannot take back with the pawn. The king has to move, and now it's a very simple checkmate. Bishop takes f6, and it is checkmate. So in this last example, we'll see this is a little bit complicated example. So first and foremost, you have to count the number of pieces on the chessboard. Okay, so black has got a rook, a bishop, and a queen, and white has got a rook, a knight, and a queen. The material is equal. And count the number of pawns. Black has got 3 plus 2, 5 pawns, and white has got 3 plus 2, 5 pawns. So material is equal, but the white king is vulnerable. It is currently exposed, and there is an X-ray attack by the queen against the king, and the king is a little bit loose in this position. So how can you take advantage of this situation? Pause the video and try to find a solution. Yes, because of this pin, this queen is pinned against the king by this queen, and if you remove this rook, it is actually pinned, right? So you can take this pawn. You are free to take this pawn. Rook takes h3. The king has to move, and now this is the tricky part. Again, you have to use the pin tactic. So this example illustrates the power of the pin. So you can play rook to g3 in this position because queen has to take it, because you're again pinning the queen by the rook, and the pawn cannot take because of this pin with the bishop. The bishop pawn is pinned against the king by the bishop, and queen has to take, and you take back to the pawn, and you win material. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understood the concept of pin. It is a very, very important concept that you should learn, and you need to practice it in your games. And it's a very cool feature on Lichess. If you go to Lichess, you go to the puzzles tab and click on the puzzle dashboard, and you go to the puzzle themes and scroll down and try to find the pin tactic. Probably somewhere here. Pin. So you can find pin here, and you can try to solve as many problems as possible in the pin. These are taken from real games, and if you can solve these pin problems, and probably solve 10 or 15 problems per day, and after maybe 7 days or 10 days, you will be thorough with this concept of pin. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.